are Locked On Cowboys, your daily Dallas Cowboys podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Locked On Cowboys. Locked On Cowboys.
Welcome back to the Locked On Cowboys podcast presented by On Location. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL. It is the only place to score a once-in-a-lifetime Super Bowl ticket and experience package. Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 for more information or search Super Bowl On Location. I am Marcus Mosher, and this is a solo show of the Locked On Cowboys podcast. I know, it's just me. Landon is not here today. He'll be back next week to talk about the Cowboys game against the Washington football team. But before we do that, I guess I can take off my headphones because it's just me. I want to tell all you Cowboy fans, first of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and congratulations. We are officially a playoff team. Thank you so much to the Tennessee Titans for taking down the 49ers last night. Now, Cowboys have not officially clinched the division. They have to win against Washington in Week 16 to do that. So we're going to talk about that. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to preview this matchup against Washington. We're going to get all the latest Cowboys news. But because we are streaming on YouTube, we get some chances to talk about some of the questions that you guys have. And the first one from Evan, he wants to talk about Ben McAdoo. No, I don't think I will. Ben McAdoo is really just an assistant to Mike McCarthy. He does some of the research stuff that McCarthy doesn't have time to do. Not a big deal. Let's talk about some news for the Cowboys. So on, I believe it was Thursday, the team put Malik Hooker, their safety, on the COVID reserve list. Now, it's not official that he won't play this week because the NFL has changed some of their COVID protocols, but it seems somewhat unlikely. This is just tough for him because I really think his game against the Giants in Week 15 was maybe the best game that I've seen him play in several years. I think you can make a case it was the best game that he's played in his entire career. So it's really more of a bummer for him than it is a big loss to the Cowboys because he had some positive momentum. I just would expect more of KZ, probably still more of Jaron Kearse in that hybrid role. And maybe there's a chance we see some Donovan Wilson. Wilson's been practicing the last couple of weeks. Maybe the Cowboys ease him into that role. There's also a chance that Izzy Makamu, who the team drafted in the 6th round, could play, but he's been dealing with an illness. So my guess is that he probably won't go, but we shall see. And that's really about all the other Cowboys news. They did have a couple other players test positive. Jaquan Hardy, the running back. Simi Fehoko, the team announced that he tested positive for COVID. They actually went back and said, nope, that's not the case. He's good to go. Hardy probably wasn't going to play this week anyways with Ezekiel Elliott back in the lineup. Tony Pollard's healthy. Corey Clement is dealing with a little bit of an injury, but I don't think it's a big deal at all. So, all right, let's get to some of the preview stuff. But before we do that, I want to tell you guys about Built Bar. You guys know Built Bar. I can't wait to go grab a Built Bar right after the show. But this holiday season, grab the protein bar that tastes just like a candy bar, or even better than a candy bar. Built Bar. It's filled with so much holiday goodness, rich with great flavor, covered in chocolate, but amazingly low in calories, sugar, net carbs, and high in protein. You get the best of both worlds, delicious and healthy. There's so many great flavors. You guys know that I love the coconut brownie chunk, peanut butter brownie. My co-host on the Locked On Dynasty show, Kate, she loves the cookie dough. Built Bar gives you that extra feel you need to bust down those small doors if you're like me and you wait till the last second to shop. Throw one in your jacket, throw one in your purse, whatever you need, take a Built Bar with you. Go to BuiltBar.com, use promo code LOCK15 and get 15% off your order, or use promo code LOCK15 for 15% off on your next order. I also want to tell you guys about Stat Hero. Stat Hero is easily my favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. Stat Hero will take all of your action. They'll show you their lineups ahead of time. The odds of you winning are like 4 times better than a regular DFS website. They'll literally let you pick the lineup that you want to go against, and they have no choice but to take the action because they are daring you to beat them. Stat Hero really is incredible. You're in control of the stakes. It's the way DFS is supposed to be made and played. It's one-on-one. Sign up for free right now at stathero.com/lockedon and use promo code LOCKEDON for a 100% deposit match. That is stathero.com/lockedon. Use promo code LOCKEDON for a 100% match. All right, let's get to this game. And I think this is a very interesting game because I'm really interested to see, do the Cowboys open up their passing game? And I think that's what everybody's waiting for, right? Like, is this the week that Kellen Moore, quote unquote, unlocks the offense? And my gut actually says no. I think you're going to see more of the same. I think you're going to see a very conservative game plan here. I think you're going to see a lot of rushing attempts, a lot of first down rushing attempts, a lot of throws across the middle to Dalton Schultz, a lot of screens. I think the Cowboys are just in this point in the season where they don't want to show too much. If they can win a game by leaning on their defense and using the run game and not having to go deep into Kellen Moore's bag of tricks, I think that's what they're going to do. I really think you're going to see a pretty conservative game plan the rest of the way out. And once we're into the playoffs, now that we are officially in that, we can say that, I think that's when the Cowboys are going to start unlocking and unleashing their offense. But a couple of matchups that I'm really curious to watch. Amari Cooper against, we'll see, a cornerback for Washington, because William Jackson, their best man-to-man corner, got hurt on Tuesday night against the Eagles. He has not practiced this week. If they don't have William Jackson, this could be a game where Amari just eats on slants and all that kind of stuff. They did get back Kendall Fuller, their slot corner. Keep an eye on him. But watch Amari Cooper in this game. This is really the first time we've ever seen Amari, I don't want to say complain about the lack of targets, but basically be vocal. Hey, I want the ball more. He went on 105.3 The Fan on Thursday and said, hey, I think I can help in the red zone and on third down. Would not be surprised to see more targets for Amari Cooper. And then, of course, the offensive line, right? In the last meeting against Washington, it was Connor McGovern playing left guard, and he was not good. It was one of the worst games of his career. Now Connor Williams is back. We think, at least, we never know with Mike McCarthy and his staff. How does Connor Williams stack up against Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Matt Ioannidis, Tim Settle? I think that'll help the running game. So keep an eye on that. Terrence Steele on that left side. Montez Sweat is back. He did not play in the previous matchup. Sweat is a freak athlete. He is somebody that makes me a little bit nervous in this game because I'm not sure that Terrence Steele has the athleticism to match him on that side. So do they go of more Ty Nsekhe? I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. But I think we'll see a lot of Terrence Steele on Montez Sweat, probably some help from Ezekiel Elliott. Keep an eye on that. And then the Dalton Schultz part of this. So Cole Holcomb, the best linebacker for Washington, tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week. Again, with the new protocols, it's possible that he gets activated, over the next 48 hours and is able to play. But my guess would be that he's probably not going to be available. So that means more of Jamin Davis, their first-round pick. I think Dalton Schultz could have a pretty big game in this one. I could see a very similar game to what we saw last week against the Giants, where it's 7 receptions for 65 yards, and he's the guy that Dak is looking for on third down. So keep an eye on Dalton Schultz. All right, one more quick break. Tell you guys about BetOnline before we go to the defense, because listen, this sounds crazy, but this is the way we're at this stage of the season. Like, I know you guys are on the same side, but you get more excited to watch this defense play, right? When you get Micah Parsons and Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence all on the field at the same time, it's actually more enjoyable to watch than the offense. But all right, let's tell you about BetOnline. BetOnline has you covered this holiday season with more props, odds, and lines than ever before as football continues its march through college bowl season and the pro football playoffs. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all the sports action this season. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use promo code LOCKEDON to receive your bonus from basketball, football, NHL, boxing, and UFC, right to your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all of your favorite sports. So don't wait. Take advantage today. BetOnline, where the game starts. All right, let's talk about the Cowboys defense, because this is a lot of fun. Washington did get both of their quarterbacks back this week, so no Garrett Gilbert. If you were looking for a Garrett Gilbert revenge game, that's not going to happen. Taylor Heineke likely going to start. Antonio Gibson, though, that's the player here we're monitoring. He's dealing with, I believe Ron Rivera called it a turf toe, has not practiced this week. If he does not play, it's probably going to be Jarrett Patterson, a rookie running back from Buffalo, getting the start. No J.D. McKissick, who is on the injured reserve list now due to a concussion. Without Antonio Gibson, this offense just isn't scary. It's just not. They don't have really anybody that can run the ball consistently. They can catch the ball out of the backfield. And Taylor Heineke, we saw the shortcomings with him at home in Washington 2 weeks ago. Like, does not have the arm to drive the ball down the field or to the hash, to the sidelines. And that's bad for a defense that has a lot of speed, that's very aggressive, like Trevon Diggs and Anthony Brown have been this season. I fully expect this is a game where the Cowboys defense dominates. They're just on a mission right now. They're pretty healthy. They might not get a ton of sacks like they had in the last game, where they just were crushing Taylor Heineke. But it might be like what we saw last week against Mike Glennon, where they get the ball out so fast that it impacts your offense because it's taking away the big plays. So don't be surprised if we see that style of offense here from Washington in Week 16. Really, this is the game the Cowboys should win. And you guys know my strategy here on picking games when it comes to the Cowboys. I try to go the opposite direction for the sake of the Cowboys, but I have a really hard time seeing Washington winning this game unless Dallas turns the ball over a bunch. If they're -3, -4 in turnovers, yeah, that's when this game gets a little hairy for Dallas, right? But they're just the better team. They're the healthier team. They're the more well-rested team. Washington's coming off a short week. They have several guys that are going to play, in this game that have not practiced all week because of COVID. They're in trouble in this game, and I think it would be a shock to see Washington hang around. I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to pull away. They're going to dominate. They're going to blow out Washington because the division games are tough. But this is a game in which the Cowboys should win and should dominate. So we'll be back on either Sunday night, Monday morning to review this game, to recap it. We'll talk about maybe the Cowboys winning the NFC East. We hope you guys have a great Christmas. We just wanted to jump on here really quickly and preview this game. I want to hear all about the great presents that you guys got. There's Landon. He just jumped on. He said hi. He'll be back on Sunday. Don't worry. He'll be back. I want to see all your great presents that you got, all your great Cowboys gear, because that's always the most fun stuff, right? On Christmas Day, getting all this great Cowboys apparel, cowboy hats, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you send it to me at Marcus_Mosher. You can follow my co-host, Landon, at McCoolBCB. You can follow the show at Locked On Cowboys. Enjoy your holiday season. Enjoy Christmas, and we will see you guys back here on Monday.